Hello, my dear students. In the last class, I explained the Hooke's law and also solved one problem. Right? Today we will see one more problem. This is the given in an experiment. A steel specimen of 13 mm diameter was found to elongate 0.2 mm in a 200 mm gauge length when it was subjected to a tensile force of 26.8 kilonewton. If the specimen was tested within the elastic range, what is the value of Young's modulus for the steel specimen? Okay, here the diameter is given and elongation is given and gauge length is given, that is nothing but original length, and tensile force is given. So you have to calculate the Young's modulus E, right? So diameter is equal to 13 mm and deformation, that is nothing but elongation, delta L is equal to 0.2 mm. Then gauge length, that is equal to 200 mm length. Okay, and tensile force, that is nothing but P is equal to 26.8. Now what you have to do, you know that formula. What is? Yes, you know that what is deformation, right? That is nothing but deformation is delta L is equal to PL divided by A into E, right? Here, correct? So for this deformation, that is what elongation, here it is given 0.2 mm and P is equal to 26.8 kilonewton and length, original length, that is 200 mm, and area is not given, but you know the diameter, so you can calculate area, and E is equal to Young's modulus. What is that? You have to calculate that, right? So only one unknown, this one you have to calculate this. How to calculate area? Area is equal to I have written here pi by 4 d square, that is area, right? So pi divided by 4 into d is equal to 13 mm. This is 13 mm, substitute, so you will get this answer, that is area. Once if you get the area, then use this formula, deformation is equal to PL divided by A into E, okay? So A into E. In this formula, deformation, that is equal to 0.2 mm and P is equal to 26.8. Here I have not converted into Newton, okay, it is just in kilonewton only, and L is equal to 200 mm. L is equal to 200 mm, this is not 20, 200 mm, and divided by A is equal to what is this answer? 132.73 into E we don't know, we have to calculate. So this E goes to this side, so 0.22 comes this side. So when you simplify this, you will get the answer 201.9. okay, this is Young's modulus. Young's modulus, unit of Young's modulus. Young's modulus is nothing but strain divided by stress divided by strain, right? Stress divided by strain. So stress unit is Newton, and this is stress unit is Newton per millimeter square, and strain doesn't have any unit, so Young's modulus is Newton per millimeter square or kilonewton per millimeter square. Here I have used 26.8 kilonewton only, so your answer also comes like this, 201.9 kilonewton per millimeter square, or you can convert into gigapascal also, that means 201.9 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per millimeter square, that is nothing but 201.9 gigapascal. So like this way you can calculate what is the value of E, right? I think all of you understood this problem. We'll go to the next one. A hollow cylinder 2 meter long has an outside diameter of 50 mm and inside diameter of 30 mm. If the cylinder is carrying a load of 25 kilonewton,
find the stress in the cylinder. Also find the deformation of the cylinder. If the value of modulus of elasticity for the cylinder material is 100 GPa. Okay, this is given. So length, original length, that is 2 meter long. So I'll convert into millimeter, 2 into 10 raised to 3 millimeter, and outside diameter. So it is a hollow cylinder. So it is outside diameter, that is capital D. Capital D is equal to 50 mm, and inside diameter, that is small d, is equal to 30 mm. If the cylinder is carrying a load of 25 kilonewton, that is nothing but P. P is equal to 25 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. I convert into Newton. Okay. Find the stress in the cylinder. You have to find stress. So that is sigma. You have to find what is stress, right? And then if the value of the modulus of elasticity for the material is 100 GPa, that is nothing but E. It is in GPa, so if it is nothing but GPa is what? 100 into 10 raised to 9 Newton per meter square, but if you convert into millimeter square, it becomes 100 into 10 raised to 3 millimeter square. So first we will find so here what you have to find the deformation, right, and also the stress. So what you have to do here, you have that formula, right? What is that deformation? Deformation is equal to deformation. Deformation is equal to PL divided by A into E, right? So here this also you have to calculate. P we know, L we know, A we have to calculate, we don't know, and E also it is given, right? So how to calculate this area? This is hollow cylinder. Hollow cylinder means there is one outside diameter also, inside diameter also. Like this, it is hollow cylinder. So this is capital D, this is capital D, and this is small d. Okay, this is small d. Then you have both capital D also, small d also. So substitute in this formula. A is equal to pi divided by 4 into capital D square minus small d square. So capital D is 50. So substitute here, and small d is 30. Okay, substitute here 30. So you will get this answer. You just cross check the answer whether it is correct or wrong. Then it is asked to find the stress, right? So what is stress? Stress is equal to load by area. This is stress. So load is given, that is what? P. P is equal to 25 into 10 raised to 3, and area you have calculated now. This is the area 1257. So you will get this value, that is in Newton per millimeter square, because this P is in Newton and this is area is in millimeter square. So Newton per millimeter square, or you can convert into MPa. MPa is what? 1 MPa is equal to 10 raised to 6 Newton per meter square, or 10 raised to nothing Newton per millimeter square. So this way you can calculate stress. Next you have to find the deformation also. Deformation is equal to delta L is equal to PL divided by AE. P is 25 into 10 raised to 3, and L is this 2 into 10 raised to 3, and area is what the value you got, this 1257 into E. E is given 100 into 10 raised to 3. Once if you simplify this, you will get this answer, that is delta L is equal to 0.4 mm. So in this way you can calculate the deformation. Here main thing you have to remember, only the unknown is A. First, so you have to calculate that, means using the formula hollow cylinder, it is pi by 4 capital D square minus small d square, and then you do this calculate stress, and then deformation. So in this way you can find the deformation. We'll see in the one more problem and the next class. Okay, we'll solve next problem. Two wires, one of steel and the other of copper, are of the same length and are subjected to the same tension. If the diameter of the copper wire is 2 mm, find the diameter of the steel wire if they are elongated by the same amount. Take is for steel as 200 GPa and that for copper as 100 GPa. Okay, here there are two wires. Okay, one of steel and other of copper. Both have same length and tension, means load and force applied is same, but the diameter for the copper is 2 mm. You have to find what is the diameter for the steel wire. And elongation is same, deformation is same for copper and steel. Okay, so E is given, steel as 200 GPa and for copper as 100 GPa. Okay, so I have written here diameter of the copper wire, that is small dc 2 mm. This is given, copper wire, and modulus of elasticity for steel, that is ES, Young's modulus 200 GPa or 200 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per millimeter square, and that for copper as 100 GPa, that is 100 into 10 raised to 3 millimeter square. Okay, now let ds, we don't know the diameter, we have to calculate. Let ds is the diameter of the steel wire and L is the length of both the wires and P is the tension applied on both the wires. Now what you have to do, you have to calculate separately the deformation for both copper as well as steel. Okay, what is deformation? Deformation is equal to delta L, that is equal to PL divided by A into E, right? So deformation is equal to PL divided by A into E. Okay, so first we will find what is the deformation for copper wire and next we will find deformation of steel wire. For copper wire, for deformation is P. See, deformation you have to calculate, right? This is total deformation, right? P, it is given what? It is same tension for both. P is same for both steel as well as copper, and length also same for both steel and copper wire. A is different, E is different. First you calculate for area for the copper wire. Okay, so write area of copper wire, that is AC, is equal to pi by 4 dc square. It is copper wire, that is why dc square. So pi by 4 into 2 square, because the diameter of the copper wire is 2 mm. And simplify this, you will get this answer. Next, what is the area of steel wire? That is pi by 4 into ds square. We don't know what is this diameter of the steel, so simplify this and keep this ds square is like this only. Next you have to find the deformation. Deformation here, it is applied to tension, so there will be increase in the length. So first we will find what is increase in the length of the copper wire, that is delta LC. So PL divided by AC into EC. Why I have not written here PC and LC? Because P and L is same for both steel as well as copper, right? Now see, simplify this. PI let it be, PL let it be like that only. Then AC, that is what the answer we got, this 3.142 into E, Young's modulus for copper, that is 100 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per millimeter square. Simplify and let it be the equation 1. Next, find deformation for the steel wire, that is increase in the length of the steel wire. So PL divided by AS into ES. What is PL? PL, it is same for both copper and steel, so keep as it is. Then AS, what is AS? AS is 0.7854 ds square. So substitute here into ES. ES, Young's modulus for steel, that is 200 into 10 raised to 3.
Okay, simplify and then let it be the equation 2. Here in the problem, what it is told, if they are elongated by the same amount, means the elongation is same for both steel and copper. So delta C is equal to delta S. Okay, so write that. What is delta C here? This is, you just write here only, you just imagine S is equal to deformation of steel. Okay, that implies, he gives this. So delta LC, that is this one. Delta LC is this, PL divided by 314.2 into 10 raised to 3 is equal to this delta LS, deformation of steel wire. This one, PL divided by 157.1 into 10 raised to 3 into ds square. So substitute here and simplify this equation. So this ds, PI get cancelled here, PL get cancels here. So only one unknown, ds. So when you simplify this, you will get ds square is equal to 2. But we want the ds value, diameter of the steel wire. So take the square root of that, you will get 1.41 mm. This is the diameter of the steel wire. So in this way you can calculate what is the diameter of the steel wire. Okay, thank you.